Hey guys, it's Letitia, the Crafty Curator. Just wanted to pop in and give an update on a few of my whips and start going through some of this haul that I've been talking about that I have accumulated since August, September. I went through a long period of time where I wasn't recording for a number of reasons that I mentioned in my previous video, and I promised that I was going to start going through some of that haul and showing all of that stuff to you. So the things I'm about to show you, I did not recently purchase. These have been accumulating over the past 5 months or so, but still I wanted to share them with you, as you know how we like to look at that stuff. First things first, since my last video that I recorded, many of you may know I posted on Facebook and on Instagram that my family suffered a loss. I lost my father the day after I recorded the last video. And when I found out that Sunday, you know, something in me told me that as I was making notifications, something in me told me that you guys would want to know. Not necessarily that you would want to know, but I wanted to post something in the event that I was going to be away from Facebook for a while, because I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I've never experienced something like this before. So I put a brief post up, just, you know, letting you guys know what happened, and in all honesty, it was just in an effort to let you know in case I wasn't as active. What transpired after that, I'm going to get through this without getting emotional. If I do, I'm going to stop so it's not awkward. But what happened after I posted that update on Facebook was nothing short of spectacular and amazing. The outpour of support that came from the community was mind-blowing, and I simply cannot thank you enough for your kind words and your support that you extended to me in so many different ways. I read every single word of every single post at least 2 or 3 times over. Some of you reached out to me directly. Some of you, one of you even tried to call me all the way from the United Kingdom. Hi, Linda. Thank you. I've received cards. Somebody actually sent me a gift certificate so I could continue my stitching therapy from 123 Stitch. Thank you, Candy. The words, the thoughts, the sentiments, the prayers, the kind gestures. Thank you. It was so helpful. That first week was very hard, and I'm not going to go into any details, but that first week was so hard. It was so difficult just trying to wrap my head around what happened and make that my reality. It was so difficult, and I was up all night, all week, in the wee hours of the morning. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't rest. So those were my hours where I was stitching or I was posting. So, you know, what you couldn't see was what I was struggling with here, because I was posting or putting little smiley faces, you know, but that struggle was invisible. So you would never know how much your words, or just allowing myself to interact with you, you never will know how healing that was. And I just thank each and every one of you for the love that you showed to me, your cards, your kind words, your phone calls, your direct messages, your simply, if I posted a picture, simply saying I'm thinking of you, it meant the world to me. It has helped my heart to heal. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You'll never know how much that helped me. So I wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that every word on Instagram as well. I've read every single word. Even at some point, I couldn't even comment to all of them. And in all honesty, at that point, I couldn't reply. But I want you to know I saw it. I saw the sentiments here on Flosstube. I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. Thank you. That being said, I didn't get emotional, okay? But that being said, I'm going to go into my whips and my epic haul. This might have to be 2 videos. It's a lot of stuff. If you saw this pile sitting next to me, it's a lot of stuff. If you hear any type of noise in the background, my windows are wide open. I'm upstairs, and for some reason, it gets so hot up here. It's like 10 degrees outside. It gets so hot up here. But the bottom level gets freezing. My townhouse is weird. So anyway, the windows are open. You might hear the blinds going back and forth. That's what that noise is. So anyway, the first thing I wanted to share was something that I promised I would show in my last video, but I didn't have it handy. I showed in my last video the beautiful gift that Carolyn Mazzio sent to me, but what I didn't have with me was the lovely handmade card that she sent. This is the card with the beautiful letter L with red and gold cryonic. I think she showed it in one of her videos, but this is the actual card. I know I showed the envelope in the last video. On the back, it has the Made with Love sticker. And inside, it has one of her little embellishments and a beautiful handwritten note. So just wanted to share that. And thank you again, Carolyn. This will be cherished forever. Thank you. So that's the card. I guess I'm going to start with my whips. I don't have a lot of whips going on. I did a video yesterday. Let me talk about this real quick. I have decided that I was going to chronicle my progress on my chatelaine. I said in the first video, I think I called it the Chatelaine Experience Part 1. I said in the discussion notes I may or may not be recording my progress from start to finish with this chatelaine. Only because I was so scared to start this to the point where I had it for almost a year before I even started it. And I know there's so many other people that are intimidated by it, so I wanted to record my experience, what I found difficult, what were some of the things I had to think about or that confused me. I wanted to record my experience from beginning to end. So I have 4 whips going on. One of them includes a year-long stitch-along. I have 4 whips going on, so the chatelaine comes up, give or take, every 3 weeks. And at the end of that week of working on the chatelaine, I'm going to record a video just showing what I went through that week with that particular portion that I stitched. So ideally there'll be a video once a month or so on my chatelaine update, and that'll be totally separate from what I show in any other video, but I'm calling it the Chatelaine Experience. It's very fancy, I know. Anyway, I'm just going to show this briefly because I did a whole video on it yesterday. And just give you an update on where I am with the chatelaine. It's a whole lot of fabric. There, oh, I can't see. Can you see? I can't see. There we go. That's my progress on my chatelaine. Part 1. I know that wasn't a very good visual because the fabric is very difficult to maneuver. But there's a video uploaded with details on the chatelaine, so you can feel free to look at that as well. Next up is what I'm working on right now. Rafiki was actually supposed to be my whip for last week, but I received the first pattern on the Clouds Factory Passports from the World year-long stitch-along, and I spent all week on the first passport. So Rafiki went overboard, so to speak. So I'm picking him back up this week, and I'm going to work on him this week. But here's my progress on my favorite mandrel. A lot of green. Still not in Rafiki's body, but you see he has a shoulder. Oh, my boomerang. I won this in a giveaway. I can't maneuver. My boomerang from Australia. Oh my gosh. There you go. My Boomerang Magnet. That's the magnet that I won in Carolyn's giveaway. She did a very clever giveaway series of giveaways on Instagram, and it was great fun because you got to know quite a bit about her. I thought that was a fabulous idea, but I won the first prize, which was the Boomerang Needle Minder, and I received it, and that was it, so thank you, Carolyn. And my third whip, I didn't do anything with the Raven Queen, so she will not be making an appearance on this video, but she will be on the next. My third whip is, let me move my coffee before there's a disaster. My third whip is the Passports from the World, the Clouds Factory Stitch Along. I'm doing this on 32 count Lugana, hand dyed by Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I'm not good at this. Wait a minute. I'm making a mess. Making a mess. There we go. And that's showing up, the colors aren't, let me see something. That's a little better. Maybe not. But that's the first passport with the little Australia needle binder that Carolyn made for me, included in my package. But here's this little guy. His name is Pepe. I don't know why, but his name is Pepe. So it's really cute. I've never done one of these year-long stitch-alongs before. I've watched other people doing like the Storytime samplers and the Mystical Creatures and the Woodland sampler and all these things that people do for the year-long stitch-alongs, and I never got into it. But for some reason this year, I was like, I'm jumping in. I don't know why, because I don't really do the cutesy patterns, but it was fun. Obviously, I spent an entire week with it. But you know, one thing I realized, and I think this is the method behind the madness, and if it's not, this is how I'm looking at it. I think it gives us, in where we have all of these whips going on, and some of them are larger than others, so it might take a while before we see a finish. I think what these monthly stitch-alongs do is give us like a little baby finish, and it kind of motivates you to keep going on with your craft. You know, you don't get discouraged because you're seeing some sort of finish. You're getting some sort of gratification every month. That's what it did for me, because in my mind, it's obviously not finished, but in my mind, it was a little finish, you know. So anyway, that was that. So those are all the whips I have going on right now. I'm going to work on Rafiki throughout the week, this week, and then I'm going into the Raven Queen, and then the Chatelaine will come back up. And obviously, the Passports of the World is just going to hang out for a while until next month. So that's all I have. I nearly got sucked into this Hade challenge, this foolishness, messing around with Tracy P. I had no desire to do a Hade. I was good with my 3 whips. And I wanted to keep it at 3 because I know Desiderata is going to be coming up soon. My package is on the way from the Nordic Needle, and I'll be able to start that. But Tracy has decided that she wanted to start it too, and you know, I spent 2 years trying to find the pattern, and she found it in a week. So you know, there's that. So she has her pattern, and she is working on getting her stuff, so hopefully we'll be able to start this together. Ideally, I would really like to have this done by Father's Day, which is in June. If not, maybe our anniversary, which is in July. If not, his birthday is in October. And if that fails, there's Christmas. So there you go. That's my plan. So I'm going to wait for Tracy to get her package because I know she wanted us to do it together. So that will be my fourth whip. But if I were to venture a guess, I would say that either Rafiki or the Raven Queen will be finished first. And then at that point, I can introduce another big one. Or that's my plan for now anyway. We'll see how it goes. Also for the Chatelaine, I decided I had this freakish idea. I don't know why, but in my mind, I decided that I'm going to do a Chatelaine every single year. And every year on January 1st, my first stitch of the year will be on a new Chatelaine. Now, let that marinate for a moment. Because I am talking about every year for the rest of my life. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and that's what happened. So, as you know, Chatelaines are costly. They're rather expensive. So I decided I was going to put myself on a monthly budget where I take $20 to $25 every month and I put it towards kitting up a particular chatelaine. And that monthly budget will include the pattern and the bead pack. So those are probably the only things that I will get from the European Cross Stitch or from Martina's website. And everything else, I will look for sales. I'm going to look into that Fire Mountain Gems for the beads. But either way, I'm only going to spend $20 to $25 a month. So the bead pack for the one that I want to start in 2017, I want to do Japanese Zen Garden. That bead pack alone is $30. So that's going to be just the only purchase that I make in 1 month. And I think the pattern is $30. So from that point forward, it's going to be a monthly budget of $20 to $25 that I spend on the floss and the beads. No, I just said I was getting the bead pack, didn't I? I just completely contradicted myself. Yeah, so I'm getting the bead pack. I'm not going the Fire Mountain Gem route, but I am going to look into that. And just look to find discounts on the specialty threads and stuff like that. That's my plan. Kristen, Stitchy Mom, also told me in the comments on my video yesterday that Cindy does layaway for the packages. So I might look into that too. Either way, I just gave you a plan that I have for the remainder of my Stitchy life. Where yeah, I now want to do a chatelaine every year for the rest of my life, and let that be the first start of the year every year for the rest of my life. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you, I took pictures of this and put it on Facebook. This is a double-sided container. It opens on both sides. It's exactly the same on both sides. Got a little handle. Pretty portable, right? This is right here, 1/2 of the, oh, there's a glare. 1/2 of the entire DMC collection. Right here, bobbinated. That's 1/2. The other half is over here. This is a chart of all the DMC colors and the little stickers. So I have it filled up at the halfway mark. I have all of the colors. I think the last time Joann's had a major sale, I want to say it was around Memorial Day of last year. Maybe 4th of July. I think it was Memorial Day. I went and I purchased the entire DMC collection. I had a coupon, and I think they were on sale 3 for 99 cents or 3 for 99. And I had a 20% off coupon. So I bought the whole collection. The poor cashier, she was so sweet. She separated it into separate sections for me. So I had all my 100s in one bag, 200s, 300s, 400s, so on and so forth. They're all separated. So this is everything up to the 900 series in here. So what I have left to bobbinate with my handy dandy drill are the 3000s. I just stopped bobbinating. But eventually I would like the entire DMC to be in this one container, the entire collection in this one container, and that's what I work out of. But let me tell you what happened, what I realized. If we don't sort and manage our floss, we have absolutely no idea how much we have accumulated. I have all of my excess stored in baggies using Trisha the Left-Handed Stitcher's DMC color cards. Let me tell you, I was stunned at how much excess floss I had, how many of the same color I had, because I'm one of those people, if I started a project, I would immediately kit it up, not realizing I already had it all. So this process is going to save me quite a bit of money. So I've been doing this actually with the I keep saying Frosted Pumpkin, with the Claude's Factory Stitch Along. I've been going in here and pulling out the length of what I need, wrapping it back up, and just been working out of here, and that works for me. And I always have my colors. I always know what I need. I don't have to run out and kit everything up. And if I run out of the color on that particular bobbin, I will go to my storage boxes where I have the index cards, see if it's in there, and refloss it. Boom. So that's exciting. And plus it looks really pretty. All of the colors all... Ooh, I nearly dropped it. Oh my god, can you imagine? All of the colors all lined up. Really cool. So, it's all in numerical order. So that's that. So, that being said, I'm gonna sip some coffee. And I'm gonna jump into this haul. If this video cuts off, because right now we're at 22 minutes in, if this video cuts off, I will stop it and start another one. That's what I was trying to say. I lost my thought. So I'll start with my most recent acquisitions. My most recent acquisitions. I purchased a couple of needle threaders, and I'm a floss licker. The only reason I bought these needle threaders is because I use 26 and 28 count needles, or 26 mostly, and I noticed that it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to thread a 32. God, what am I talking about? It's a little difficult to thread a size 26 needle. So I got a couple of these things. You know what they're called. My mind lately. You know what they're called. A couple of needle threaders. And of course, some other things fell into my cart. These 3 patterns I purchased honestly simply because my dad was on my mind. He lived in New Mexico, and if you know anything, if you're from the Southwest, you will immediately recognize this creature, which is the Cocopelli. That's them right there. The Cocopelli. And I saw these Spirits of the Southwest by Bobby G Designs, and I thought of my dad. So I got them very reasonably priced. This was the companion pattern. Very cool. You know, just to complete the set, I got these as well from White Willow. I kind of love these. I might stitch this one up and send it to my stepmom. Yeah, Tribal Cocopelli. Thought it was kind of cool. Anyway, so that's what I bought within the last couple of weeks. I also, for the first time, because I've been hearing a lot of people talking about trying 40 count for the first time. I know Garrett has become a big fan, of the higher count fabrics. I believe Melanie is as well a big, I don't know what I just said, but what I was trying to say was Melanie and Garrett are big fans of the higher count fabrics. And Katie, the Stash Queen, just recently started a project on 40 count for the first time. I've never worked on 40 count linen. So 123 Stitch has these little grab bags that are like $3.99. And you get all of this fabric. If you do ornaments, pardon me, if you do ornaments, this might be a good investment for you, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of fabric. They're like 6 by 6, nice sizes. And the count is ranging from 28 to 40 count. They're not labeled, but I do believe that this is the 40 count. So it's good to practice on. Plus you can make like some nice ornaments. Got a nice blue one there. It's a tan color. Darker tan. Chocolate color. Another blue. Gingham. And another tan. So I got all of these. They're not really swatches. They're like 6 by, well, maybe they are swatches by definition, but they're like 6 by 6 inches, 6 by 6 inches, a little bigger, but nothing smaller than 6 by 6. But it gives you all these different counts and weights that you can stitch on, and I thought that was a good idea to help familiarize me with 40 count and give me some experience on that before I go and get a huge piece of fabric and think that I know how to stitch on 40 count and find that I don't. So that is something that I acquired within the last week. There's nothing in this envelope. Nothing, so I don't know why it's here. This is me not knowing where to begin. So, like I said, this is stuff that I acquired over the past 5 or 6 months. There's no particular order, so I'm just going to show you what I got. This was an order that I got off of eBay, and what the person advertised was they had a memorabilia pattern that was kitted up. No, let me say it right correctly so you can appreciate what I received. What was on the website, or the picture on eBay, was a picture of this fabric, this memorabilia pattern, glare. Is this Stargazer? No, this is A Midsummer Night's Fairy. So that memorabilia. And these 3 Kranich. That's what was pictured on, that was in the picture on eBay. And all of it was $15. Pattern, fabric, Kranich. This is what I received. And I choose to believe that the person selling it, it must have been a gift, or I don't know, but they could not have possibly known how much it cost, what they sent me. This was a brand new pattern, never opened. 3 spools of Kranich and this fabric that they sent. First of all, I'm not going to open it, but this is a yard of fabric. I don't know what count this linen is, and it's linen. If I were to venture a guess, I would say 32. But it's a full yard of it. Keep in mind, as I show you this whole entire package was $15. So of course I have these 3 as seen in the picture, but I also received these duplicates. And on top of that, I received all of the beads. 3037, the treasures, 3055, just like a green, 2015, which is a blue. This is a duplicate. 0479, which is a white. 2016. And a duplicate 2016. Oh. And 42011. I received all of that for 15 bucks, guys, on eBay. So like I said, the seller, they had no idea how much this was. I'm thinking that maybe they got it as a gift, because there's no way. I mean, the pattern by itself is 15 bucks. Just the pattern. And I got a yard of fabric, extra critic, and all of the embellishments. Thank you. So that was a major haul. That was huge. The next thing I received, I may or may not have shown these before. My Under the Sea fabrics. I have a subscription, the monthly subscription to Leslie's Fabric of the Month Club. But I ordered this hand-painted fabric. With the sparkles. I don't know if you can see the sparkles. Yeah. So this was a hand-painted fabric that I originally was going to do the Raven Queen on, until I went on theviewer.net and discovered gingerbread, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite fabrics. That's from Picture This Plus. I also went to my L&S over the summer, and I bought gingerbread at the same time that I purchased this fabric. This is 28 count Cashel linen in Haunted by Picture This Plus. Again, I wasn't sure if I was going to do the Raven Queen on Haunted. I do remember at the time that I purchased these, Ed and I were in the Tattooed Stitcher. We were going through this phase. We didn't know what fabric we wanted to choose. We were going to start the Raven Queen together, but we kept changing our start dates because we kept changing our mind about the fabric. And ultimately it came down to gingerbread. I don't remember what he chose. This fabric, it's like the most beautiful fabric in the world. This is by Picture This Plus on 32 count Belfast linen, called Huntress. Oh, you're not going to be able to see how beautiful this is. It's like, you can't see that at all. No, you can't really get it. It's coming up on screen like this dark purple, but really it's this very rich burgundy. Oh, it's so pretty. It's a very rich. It's not happening, kids. Very rich burgundy, and I'm going to use that too. I don't know where a knitting needle came from. I'm going to use that for the Willow Queen. Yeah, the Willow Queen. Who just happens to be right here. Yeah, I'm going to do her. That's my blinds up here. I'm going to do her on that Willow. Oh my God, on Huntress. And here I have all of the fixins for the Willow Queen. All the fixins. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go into each and every one of these. But I will as I get closer to doing her. Because I think she's going to be the next Mirabilia. Or not. I might be lying to you. I don't know. Also on eBay, I received, or I purchased, Cassiopeia. I'm not taking it out of the package because of the glare. And I also got the bead pack to go with it. And a Nora Corbett design. Which one is she? Gosh, I don't want to open this up. But her name is covered up. Lilac Fairy. And the bead kit, which you can see perfectly well, right? Right. A lot of Mirabilias came into my life. So, I also purchased some kits. This is, I don't know what it is, In the Mist by Nova Sloboda. I think she is a Russian designer, or Ukrainian, should I say. I just love that scene. It's called In the Mist. I love that scene. It's a little dark, a little goth. But I loved it. Hopefully you can really see it. But it's a full kit. I'm about to blind myself with this hanging thing. Came with all the fixins. And I have another kit by her. This is called Through the Mirror. It's kind of twisty. Reminded me of like Alice in Wonderland. And then, this was an impulse buy off of Amazon. It's a kit by Rioli's. What are these? Orchids? What are these? Are these orchids? I don't know what they are. I don't even know why I bought it. I was going through something. I don't know. I don't even know why this is in this bag, but whatever. I've had this for years. This is my Chat Noir, and I've already started it. I don't know why it's in that bag. Bought a few more Mirabilias off of eBay. These things were like $6 each. Never even opened. So I have the Spring Queen, the Winter Queen, the Summer Queen, does anybody want to guess what this last one is? The Autumn Queen. They're like $6 on eBay, so they fell in my basket. This is another hand-dyed fabric that I purchased from Picture This Plus. It's Gothic on 32 count Belfast. You guys know Gothic. This was the fabric that was recommended for the Zodiac sampler, but I did not purchase it for that. I purchased it again with the Raven Queen in mind. About that. So now it's just in my stash. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I went from being somebody that was never into hand-dyed fabrics to having a mini collection and a monthly subscription. I don't No. It's you guys, your bad influences, all of this is your fault. You know, before Flosstube and the social media blow up with cross-stitching blowing up on social media, before that, I was just, you know, your easygoing stitcher. I would pull it out maybe every once in a while, and it would be there when I wanted it, and I would put it down when I was done with it. But now, cross-stitching has taken over my life, and I have all this crap that I keep on purchasing because you guys get it, and I too must have it. Magic Guide. OMG. I purchased a yard. This is a yard of 25 count Magic Guide even weave right from so and so. I got 2 of these. This is 18 count Magic Guide and ecru, a half yard. And then I have 25 count Magic Guide even weave and ecru, a bigger piece. No, this is Ada. I'm sorry, because I wanted to try it. 18 count Magic Guide Ada, a half a yard. I wanted to try the Ada. And I got 2 of these. This is the 25 count even weave. So I bought a whole bunch of Magic Guide. Keep in mind, guys, this has been accumulating. The Village of Hawk Run Hollow. I started this as part of a stitch along. I got through maybe 2/3 of the first square, and I put it down. And I haven't touched it since. I think this stitch along started October 1st. We were supposed to be doing a stitch a month. Not a stitch a month, oh my gosh, a square month. It was started by Emily from Eclectic Possessions and Ed the Tattooed Stitcher. And I was not successful. I abandoned it. I don't know what else to say. On the same trip to my LNS where I purchased Haunted and Gingerbread, the fabric from Picture Kits Plus, I also got a whole bunch of patterns. So there's a whole bunch of patterns here. Some I ordered online, some I purchased in the store. This one is called As Life Wears Away by Carriage House Samplers. May I govern my passions with absolute sway, grow wiser and better as life wears away. This I purchased online from European Cross Stitch. Well, both of these actually. This is Long Dog Sampler. I'm going to mispronounce this. Bardies. I don't know, but I love the colors. Look at that closer. I love that pattern. This one I purchased at the same time because it reminded me of my dad. Or the Southwest culture. You'll see the Cuccapelli is in there again. This is Rain Dance. See the Cuccapelli on top of, I'm going to call that a jackrabbit or a tortoise. I don't know. It's got all these funky creatures in it. And I just thought that was so cool. Becoming a fan of Long Dog Samplers. And they don't have, I don't know if they have PDF formats for those. I got multiple page patterns, hard copy only. This I purchased at the LNS. This is by The Work Basket. It's called A Stitch in Time. A Stitch in Time saves my mind. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't figure out where the camera is. A Stitch in Time saves my mind. And this one is another Long Dog sampler I ordered. Long Dog Samplers Opus Magnuson. So cool. Completely enabled by, who I thought was Ed the Tattooed Stitcher, but after digging a little deeper, I think this was Emily's fault. But I am in love with this pattern. And I think these are the gassed threads that are in there. Let's see here. I may have ordered this from 123 Stitch and ordered I think I did, as a matter of fact, and I ordered the threads at the same time. So I have Buckeye Scarlet, Cider Mill Brown, which is more of a copper penny kind of color than it's showing up, Morning Glory, Presidential Blue, Raven, which is a really fancy way of saying black, Tutti Frutti on the Rudy, Tutti Frutti on the Rudy. And that is not what it's called. I just couldn't resist. The variegation isn't really showing up in here. And it's coming up on screen as like this light blue, but it's really more of a turquoise. And finally, Straw Bonnet. These colors aren't showing up properly. Let me see. No, that's wrong. It's like a cream color, but looks more white on screen. So anyway, those are the threads. So because this thread pack is inside with the pattern, I'm led to believe that I got this from 123 Stitch. This I got from 123 Stitch. And I believe this is the work of the lovely Array Mackenzie. Tempting Tingles Peacock Pinwheels. And it has been in this bag forever. Finally, from the LNS, this is a Plum Street Samplers. What's in thy mind let no one know, nor to thy friends thy secret show. For if thy friends should prove thy foe, then all the world thy secrets know. It's very true. Watch what you tell people, folks, if you don't want the world to know. Big. And I think that was it from my LNS and my orders. And this last one I got for Promise Me by Lizzie Kate. This is a 30 count piece of linen in Concord Grape that absolutely does not look like Concord Grape right there. You will have to take my word for this, that it is a beautiful dark purple. Still not showing up. You have to take my word for it. It's a pretty dark purple. And I got Karen Wildflowers to do the lettering. And this is in Blue Lagoon. You see it has purples and pinks and greens in there. So I was going to make this into a little pillow for the Promise Me pattern by Lizzie Kate. Give it to you. Mix that color. We'll see how that goes, because it's been in this bag forever. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to stop this video because I have a huge haul that I received from eBay. It was one purchase, and in this purchase I have like every Paula Vaughn leaflet that was ever created in life, and it's amazing. I also received in this one eBay haul, this was one purchase, an entire collection of DMC. However, when I opened the DMC collection, it smelled like it was in somebody's basement, and it very well could have been. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. I'll probably never use it because it had that musty basement smell. But it is a complete collection, and either way, what I paid for this box, I think I paid all of like $25 for this box that I'm going to show in the next video. So I'll never use that DMC because of the musty odor, but the other things I will use. So I'm going to save that for the next video just in case this cuts off. One final thing, if you have made it through with me for this long, this was something I meant to mention in the beginning of the first video. In my last video, it was a two-parter because it cut off. In one of those recordings, I was mentioning that I had not been recording for a long time, and I was being harassed by Tracy P, to record a video. Somehow or some way, that message, I was being playful, that message was misconstrued by a couple of people. And a couple of people, from what I understand, were concerned, that Tracy P was bullying me. That could not be the furthest thing from the truth. Tracy, if you watch her videos, if you know her, she has got an amazing sense of humor. And I understand and I adore that humor. So when I say that she was harassing me, she was harassing me, but it was in the best possible way. And, sending me her little messages while I was recording and saying, I was saying empty promises because I kept saying I would record a video. The reason why I said that is because I promised her like 3 or 4 times that I would record a video for her. I said I was going to do it around her birthday, which I think was in October. I think I said it on a number of occasions, but long story short, guys, Tracy P was not bullying me. Tracy P, she has a special place in my heart. So, Tracy, I apologize if you received any feedback, negative feedback because of that. I know you were. I just don't know what to say. She wasn't bullying me. I was being playful, and maybe my humor came across as a bit dry. But no, absolutely not. She's one of the sweetest people I know, and I'll love her forever because she was one of the people that was reaching out to me directly and making me laugh, which during that first week after my dad passed. So no, I have nothing but love for her. So please, don't misunderstand it. She wasn't bullying me at all. I was being playful, so maybe my humor came across the wrong way. So anyway, I think that's it for now. And I'm going to put this mess away. And then I'm going to record again after I get some more coffee and maybe some breakfast. And I'm going to go through this box O stuff. So maybe we'll have 2 videos uploaded today. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for now. Again, thank you, all of you. You're beautiful, beautiful people. This is truly, if I have never said it or meant it with all my heart before, this community, oh man. Now I'm getting ready to cry, so I'm going to end this video. But you guys really stood up and were accounted for. And I thank you. And I love you. And I'm going to end the video. All right, until next time. Bye.